to another episode of Motivational Mondays, where we kick off your week with positivity, inspiration, and a little push to get you closer to your goals. Today's topic is one that hits home for many of us, and that is letting go of the past. We all have a story. We all have wounds, regrets, missed opportunities, or memories that still sting. But here's the truth, you can't build your future while living in the past. At some point, you have to let go. Not because the past didn't matter, but because your future matters more. So that leads me into our first thing we're going to talk about, and that's how to release to rise. Holding on to pain or guilt keeps you emotionally stuck. As Oprah Winfrey said, forgiveness is giving up the hope that the past could have been any different. You know, when we constantly relive what we should have done or what others should have done for us, we stay locked in a loop. But when we release the grip on what was, we create space for what can be. And that can turn into you are not your past. It's embedded again. You are not your past. Your past may explain you, but it doesn't define you. As Maya Angelou reminds us once again, we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit that the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Don't be ashamed of your journey. Even the messy parts help shape your strength, your wisdom, and resilience. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to move forward with power. So give yourself permission to grow. There is no growth without release. Lalah Delia said, she remembered who she was, and the game changed from there. So let this be a week you remember who you are, beyond the pain, beyond the failure, and beyond the heartbreak. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to evolve, and you are worthy of the future that feels nothing like your past. So this week, I challenge you to write a release letter, but not to send. Write to a version of yourself, a situation, or a person that you've been holding on to. Let the words just flow. And then destroy the letter. Burn it safely, rip it up, or delete it. This is just going to symbolize the release of letting go. And watch how much lighter you feel after you do that. So I just want to reflect on some of the quotes we had, and that's from Oprah Winfrey. And she said, forgiveness is giving up the hope that the past could have been any different. And Maya Angelou also once reminds us, we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. And of course, Lalah Delia definitely remembers who she was, and the game changed. So remember who you are and change the game. So that's it for this week's Motivational Monday. Remember, you're not your past. You are your own potential. You know what I mean? You can't drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. So take a breath, forgive what needs, forgiving, and make room for what's ahead of you. So I'll see you next week. And until then, keep moving, keep growing, and keep letting go. So unfortunately, we are out here live.